Welcome to this segment of RAP's Ministry. What's the problem? And the problem is burnout. This is the concluding part of a four-part series on burnout. And how are you doing? I hope most of you have gone through the whole four-part series. I would love to get your feedback on this series and how it has helped you, or even a loved one or a friend. You can give me such feedback on the comments section of these videos, or if you want to, you can also email me. At the end of this video, I would like to offer some help as well, a follow-up on this series on burnout. But for now, let's end this series on burnout with the reset. Your life has been reset for the better. Once you get into the routine of the 7 steps to restoration, as shared in part 3 on restoration and healing, your reset button has been initiated. Changes may have been tough or will be tough, but they are necessary. For me, I couldn't and wouldn't want to go back to the same system of work orientation in the church that I worked and was part of for the first 15 years of my life as a Christian. So I resigned as a full-time staff missionary pastor. For me, it was even harder for the fact that all of that 15 years, besides being in the army as a national serviceman, I didn't have any experience working in any secular line. All the time, it has been church-based. Yep, I struggle. Lots of job rejection. And I mean, which company would really want to hire me who has no experience other than church work? My life didn't look for the better at that stage. It was like I was still at the bottom of the pit as far as self-esteem and confidence was concerned. But after 3 years or so of being without a job, a family trained therapist who was also an executive director of a social agency decided to hire me. He gave me a chance at life. And what a way to start when he made me in charge of a new government-funded program to help reform teenagers who had strayed into gangs. Haha, I had no experience whatsoever. Totally agreed on. But believe it or not, it was the start of this better life. So maybe for you, you may have to make tough decisions and choices as you start the reset button of your better life. And part of your life being better is that you are now very aware of the pits to burn out. You don't do pit digging anymore. So let's revise the 7 pits as mentioned in part 1 on this series on burnout. Part 1, okay, the first pit was digging the pit of work. Ministry is my life. That is no more something that you are digging up. The second pit was digging the goals, a pit of goals that's beyond me, beyond your present capabilities, your present skills, your present health, your present work experience and awareness. Well, that is no more a situation for you anymore. You have stopped digging this pit. The third pit that you have stopped digging is adrenaline. You have learned instead. Learn how to manage stress. Then the fourth pit is the pit of pride. You have learned to be humble and you are no more digging this pit of burnout. The fifth pit is when others dig the pit of KPIs for you. You perform or you go out. You have taken the challenge to speak to your supervisors and your bosses about what you can do and what you are not able to do. Yes? And because you have realized that you do not want to go back to that same burnout situation that you were before. So you're able to communicate that with your immediate superiors. And the sixth bit is this: you have stopped digging the pit of being a high achiever or workaholic pit. Yes, you stop. And you are becoming more balanced, you are becoming more focused, and you are slowing down, not becoming lazy, but you are slowing down and improving on your productivity in your work as well. And the sixth bit is digging the pits of neglect. You have stopped digging that, and now you are doing self-care. Now you're doing self-care. So now instead of digging these pits, you're well aware now how to deal and manage them. So as far as work is concerned now, you realize that it is just one part of your life. There is a whole lot of life to experience and be part of than work. In a society like Singapore, where the cost of living is really high, even to have more kids is economically challenging. It is difficult for parents to not be dual incomers, challenging to live with just one parent working, unless that one parent really is bringing back a really humongous fat paycheck every month. But poor parent, because that parent have to endure all the high levels of stress for just that paycheck that meets the needs of the family month by month. That's reality, folks, of life here as it is. However, there are stories of those who amazingly, with more children, still manage to meet needs with just one parent working in Singapore. I'm sure you have read about them. Then there are also house husbands. So to say it is impossible for one parent not to work while the other parent be the main breadwinner of the family in Singapore may not be true at all. It definitely will be challenging, but not impossible. You would have noticed that I have frequently mentioned the needful care and importance of the family in the four parts of this series. Life, my friend, is more than your work or ministry, and you must never neglect your family. With the reset, family becomes more part of your better life. As far as goals are concerned now, you know your strengths, your capabilities, and you will not stretch it. If you need to go for courses to get upgraded, yeah, that's fine. But you won't allow stress to start following you again. This time, you are mentally prepared with a renewed mind, and you are able to have foresight of what level of stress you can manage and what you cannot, and what you would not allow to. Yeah, you manage stress right now. The adrenaline rush. You are the manager of stress. It doesn't overwhelm you like before. You know how to stop it. You know how to manage it, or you just don't engage with stresses that you know will overwhelm you. Because of your renewed mind, you are now able to handle it all up there. Your mind is in control of your feelings, your senses, and even making wholesome and better decisions than before. Keep it that way and maintain it. Pride is an enemy, not a friend. Keep humble. Don't impress or be a show off. Sometimes, to keep ourselves from being humble, we should allow others to take the limelight or take credit for what we ourselves could do without a problem. Being humble doesn't mean you relax and just let others take over. That's not what I'm saying here. Just don't go overboard and don't be too flashy. Be decent, be nice, be kind, be thoughtful of others. Think positively of those who are weak and struggling too at work or in the ministry. Help within your means. Be a decent human being. And the second point of the reset button that has been initiated is this: implement key calm indicators, or KCIs. Alongside work KPIs, track metrics that protect your well-being, which some call calm key calm indicators, KCIs. On anxiety and stress rating, monitor your stress levels. Are they high all the time? This should have been brought up during intervention with your coach or counselor. You need to learn to monitor your stress levels and manage it. It should not be unmanageable. Stress and managing of stress is something that can be discussed and brought up with your supervisor or manager. It is a mental or it is a matter of mental health, your mental health. But maybe the fear is, I will be put on the shelf. I will be marked for not being like the others who work in work in spite of the stresses they face at work or in ministry. Surely, my friend, you should pity the others who are like you before. It's a tough choice you have to make concerning your own health and well being and keeping yourself whole and fit for your family. But it's a choice you will never regret because it will give you the better life. Track your energy levels throughout the day to identify when you are most productive and when you need rest. This indeed is important as far as being productive at work. So, if possible, at your most energetic level, get working at the more important or urgent work matters. Once you're able to track your energy levels, you can plan your day at work or ministry more productively. Physical activity and sleep. Measure your exercise frequency and sleep quality, which directly impacts your performance, your work performance. Sleep and exercise. Don't stretch yourself to become a fitness fanatic yet. Just maintain health in a steady manner and development. You cannot make up sleep that's lost in the night, although short naps in the day are helpful. Depending on your age and maybe your work patterns and home life, sleep should be between 6 to 8 hours per night. I myself try for 6 hours, though clearly I can sleep more. And relationship check-ins. Are you spending enough time with family, friends? Family on the weekends, yes. And maybe friends also on the weekdays, in the evenings, taking some time just to go out and maybe play games or even have a dinner, yeah, or just watch a movie or something like that, yeah. So check in with your friends regularly and don't miss weekends. Weekends, give it to family, to your family. The third reset button is to create a wholesome routine. Measure output and not just input. Focus on the quality of work rather than the quantity of hours. Quality over quantity. Schedule recovery. Treat downtime as a necessary part of your professional performance, not a reward for work. Give yourself permission to rest, recover, take a break. Celebrate small wins. Yeah, regularly acknowledge progress on small tasks, not just massive goals to maintain motivation. The fourth reset button is to foster wholesome communication. Be honest with managers. Yeah. Discuss your KPIs with your manager in a collaborative way, sharing how you plan to achieve them while maintaining a healthy life. Set boundaries. If KPIs are causing burnout, it is a sign they need to be re-evaluated for sustainability. And this is something you can also talk. You should talk to your supervisors and your bosses. Focus on the why. Understand how your KPI achievement helps your team, which makes the work more fulfilling. Look at the bigger picture and work together. Don't just focus on your personal KPIs. Fifth reset is celebrate life. Take in the beauty of all of life. Your family, yes. Spending time on the sofa on a Friday night, relaxing, maybe eating some snacks with your family and watching a good, wholesome movie. Or spending time with friends, yes. Going to the beach, together with the family. Or even little things in life, like early mornings, getting up early in the mornings and having nothing else to do but appreciate the sun, appreciate the fresh air. Yes, appreciate the sunrise, appreciate the sunsets, the clouds. Yes, nature, and even plants, and yeah, and the parks, taking a walk in the parks, and looking at the surrounding, the greeneries, and the life forms that may be present at parks. So it's very important to take in the beauty of life, to celebrate life. The sixth reset is to live and expand, to live, expand, and explore wholesomeness and well-being of a new mindset. Like take up courses on your self-development for your own self, to develop your own self. Maybe take up a course, a basic course in counseling or something like that. Go into writing journals, blogs, yeah, and also studying, doing your own self-study, research on topics that you enjoy finding out more about. Yeah. So all this is important and helps you to have a more wholesome life because there is more to life than work, right? Seventhly, keep up your guard always. Don't go back to what was less. Yes, don't go back to what was less. Have watchmen or watchwomen who love you so much so that they will watch over you. They will remind you if you're tired, if you seem stressed. They will be your watchmen to guide you and to make sure that you take care of yourself and have a needful self-care. You be okay. For me, what stops me from going back into the old ways, is my love for God and my family. I made a lot of mistakes in the past, and I think it's enough already. I want to leave a good, godly legacy behind. So for you, what's one most important thing in your life that will motivate, inspire you to never go back on the life that was less? I say and I ask that again. What is one, just one, most important thing in your life that will motivate, inspire you to never ever go back on the life that was less? Meditate on it, focus on it, and make it part of the center of your life, this better life that you are living right now. Here are some help links. You can contact any one of these if you need professional help, advice, and support. Yes. And I hope that maybe some of you have already done that. You have already contacted one of these agencies and they are giving you the advice and the support, yeah, that you need, and which is good, which is good. Yes. Well, we come to the end of our very first video on this new segment of Restore and Prepares Ministry Channel, or RAP Ministry Channel. What's the problem? We will load up our next problem next month of June, on the last Friday of that month, which will be on the 26th of June. We will give you a heads up with a teaser preview video before we upload that video on the 26th of June. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video so that you can be updated. It has been healing and therapeutic for me to share on this topic with you the past 4 days. And as mentioned in one of the earlier videos we uploaded on Psalm 23, restoration is not a one-time event. And every time you share your story of restoration, you only deepen the healing and bring more wholesomeness into your life and life's experiences. Do share these videos that others be helped too through them, and you can guide them as well in their burnout recovery. Now, if you would like me to share or even do a training workshop on burnout in your office or small group of friends, family, or even a cell group or church group or community group, do email me. And if you are keen to just catch up with me over a cup of coffee just to hear more about burnout or to share what you are going through, I will be more than happy to catch up with you over coffee. You can email me on that too. Just take note of the professional help links that I mentioned in the slides if you need professional help in your burnout situation. So, have a good week ahead, friends, and God bless you.